יום 3 בעברית, מה קורה חברים? זה אני דניאל, והיום יש לנו את הפרק הכי מיוחד שהפקתי עבורכם, וזה פרק סיכום משחק הקופסא. כן, יש דבר כזה, הירוז of might and magic 3, משחק קופסא, הוא עוד לא הגיע לחנויות, אני אספר לכם הכל עליו, אני רק יכול להגיד שזה פרויקט קיקסטארטר, שהשתתפו בו הרבה מאוד ישראלים, אחד מהם הוא חבר טוב מאוד שלי, וגם חבר קהילת הירוז 3 ישראל, עמיאל, אליו נסעתי הביתה, צילמנו את פתיחת הקופסא, את האנבוקסינג, ותכף תראו את התוצאות. וגם, אתם מוזמנים להישאר לאחר האנבוקסינג, יש שיחת ראיון שקיימתי עם המעצבת הראשית של המשחק, יאנה, ויחד דיברנו גם על הירוז 3 באופן כללי, גם על משחק הקופסא, ובאמת הייתה שיחה נהדרת לכל מי שאוהב את המשחק כמוני וכמו הצופים שלי. אז רגע, דניאל, אולי תפסיק לבלבל את השכל ותתחיל כבר את האנבוקסינג. אוקיי, ביקשתם, קיבלתם. בום. אז הנה הגיע הקופסא מהדואר, ככה זה נראה, עד כדי ככה עצום, תופס שולחן, פחות או יותר, וזה כבד חבר'ה, 10 קילו בקל, אולי גם יותר. תכף אנחנו נוציא אותה הנה זה קורה, זה הביג בוקס חבר'ה, הביג בוקס קופסא שחורה למי ששילם די הרבה בפרויקט הזה של הקיקסטארטר. מה שאתם לא רואים שעוד עמיאל הוציא שם מהקופסא, מהקרטון, זה ארטבוק, שממנו יש המון צילומים שעשיתי במהלך הרעיון עם יאנה, אתם תראו אותם רצים למטה, וגם פוסטרים שגם אותם צילמתי ואתם תראו במעמד הרעיון. חוזרים לאנבוקסינג, הנה פותחים את הניילון והריח כבר עולה, ואנחנו התחלנו להתלהב שם, חבל על הזמן. הקופסא השחורה עצמה לבד שווה דיבור, היא מאוד מאוד יפה, היא באמת מרהיבה, מעבר לזה שהיא כבדה, היא פשוט מוצבת נכון, יש פה הרבה סטייל, כל מי שאוהב משחקי קופסא יגיד נחמד, כל מי שפנט על הירוז 3 כמוני יגיד תביא לי את זה, אני רוצה לישון ליד זה במיטה, זה כל כך יפה וכל כך מגניב, ואני קיוויתי שיום אחד יהיה לי משחק מסוג זה, והנה זה קורה, רק ש... זה לא נגמר פה, הם חשבו על הכל, ויותר מזה, יש פה בפנים גזיליון, טריליון, מיליארד חלקים, זה פשוט מטורף. שימו לב ללוגוים שמה, לא עבדתי עם אף אחד מהחברות או לא, אבל שווה להזכיר גם את ארקון, וגם כמובן את יוביסופט, שלה יש את הזכויות על הירוז of might and magic באופן כללי, על הפרנצ'ייזס, הזכרנו אותם. שימו לב, כבר זה מתחיל, יש עוד המון מה לראות פנימה, אבל אנחנו רואים שיש בעיקר הרבה חוברות. אתם רואים שם את הטיילס, כן? שנראים ככה בצורה מתומן משושי, גם לשם נגיע תכף. אז כאן אנחנו מתחילים להסתכל על החוברות, יש מישן בוק, ויש רול בוק, ויש טורנמנט בוק, יש במשחק הזה אפשרות לשחק לבד לגמרי, זה נקרא סולו, יש אפשרות לעשות קו-אופ, אז אנחנו שנינו משחקים, ומשלימים משימה או מנצחים מישהו אחר, תראו איזה מגניב הנקרופוליס. ויש כמובן את האפשרות של קלאש, כולם על כולם, ויאללה בלגן, כמו שאנחנו מכירים ואוהבים ממשחק המחשב הכל כך אלמותי הזה. אנחנו רק התחלנו לצלול, יש עוד כל כך הרבה פנימה לראות, והנה זה קורה, יש פשוט מגשים ענקיים כאלה שלוקחים אותם, ואז בפנים יש כל כך הרבה חלקים. פה אתם רואים עוד הרבה מאוד מדריכים, חוקים, הרי כל דבר צריכים ללמוד ולהכיר לפני שמתחילים בכלל את הסטאפ. רק אחרי הסטאפ אפשר להתחיל באמת לשחק. אז הנה נפתח המגש הראשון, ואנחנו רואים שם את היצורים היותר קטנים. ויש שם גם אפילו מי שישים לב לדקויות, הדפיסו בתלת ממד את המשאבים. ממש רואים שם כסף, ואני רואה שם גם קריסטלים. אני אראה תכף קצת יותר פנימה מהמצלמה, ואתם תוכלו לראות יחידות שאתם מכירים. וזה אפילו לא גולת הכותרת, יש עוד יחידות יותר גדולות, ממש מגניבות, בהמשך הדרך. הנה שם לוחם עץ, דרגה 5 ברמפרט, זה איטי, איך אני שונא אותו. מדובר, אתם רואים? הסגולה, והאיב אליי, וואי, מגניב, ממש אדיר להיזכר בזה עכשיו, בזמן שצילמתי זה היה ממש מרגש, גרגויל גדול. בואו נמשיך, עוד חוברות כמובן, חבר'ה, בלי סוף, מישן בוק אחד, מישן בוק שני, אתם משחקים קלאש, אתם צריכים ככה, אתם משחקים סולו, אתם צריכים ככה. תבינו שהמשחק הזה, בשביל חובבי הירוז of might and magic 3, זה חלום, אבל שם זה נעצר. אני נהניתי מהנוסטלגיה, אני התעלפתי מהאומנות, אבל זה משחק מורכב. אתם צריכים לבוא עם היסטוריה ועם ניסיון של משחקי קופסא, ואם אתם תגידו לי, אני שחקתי פעם קטן עם חברים, זה לא קרוב אפילו. יש כל כך הרבה חלקים, סטאפ הוא פשוט ב7 רמות מעל מה שאני ציפיתי בכלל לראות, ואפילו לא ראינו את כל החלקים, אז בואו אני אהיה קצת יותר בשקט, ואנחנו נמשיך לצפות ולראות מה עוד נחשף במהלך האנבוקסינג. שוב, ארטוורק פשוט מדהים, אי אפשר להפסיק להתלהב, אני אדבר על זה הרבה גם עם יאנה, תכף תשמעו בראיון שעשיתי איתה. בואו נראה איזה עוד חלקים נחשפים בפנינו תכף. רגע, וואו, קלטו את האפריט, מה אינפרנו, תשמע בן אדם. אין, זה גדול, הם באמת חושבים על הכל, תראו את הטיילס שם, אתם רואים? הם נותנים לכם הכוונה איזה טיילס לשים הפוך, ואז יש איזושהי רנדומליות למשחק, אתם כל פעם מתחילים קצת אחרת, או ממשיכים קצת אחרת. וואו, הם אפילו עשו חוברת של אסטרולוגיה, שאומרת כל שבוע איך הוא נפתח, מה קורה, אתה מאבד כסף, אתה לא מאבד כסף, אתה מאבד לוחמים, יש לך יותר מזל, יש לך יותר מורל. הלכתי לאיבוד, תראו כמה טוקנים. מה זה? במונופול אין דברים כאלה, בוא'נה, זה טירוף, אין דברים כאלה בכלל. אוקיי, פותחים עוד מגש, וזה אחד המגשים באמת הכי מרגשים שראיתי שם, כי יש שם גם את הטיילס של המפה, כאילו המתומנים משושים האלה, וגם את כרטיסי הגיבורים, תכף נעשה קלוז-אפ, אני מבטיח, וגם את כרטיסי הטירות שגם לשם יגיע. תראו איזה מגניב. תראו, הם חשבו על הכל, יש טיילס עם שלג, יש טיילס עם דשא כמובן, יש טיילס נקרופוליס, יש מה שאתם רק ביצה, אין, הם פשוט באמת חשבו על הכל, זה נראה מאוד מאוד נאמן למקור. כל אחד ששיחק כמוני וכמוכם הרבה מאוד שנים הירוז ומיט המג'יק, יזהה את זה ככה, ממש מגניב. תראו איך זה מתחבר, או שאתם הופכים את זה, או שאתם, הבנתם, בקיצור זה ממש מגניב. תכף אנחנו נצלול לכרטיסי הגיבורים. אני רק אזכיר ואגיד עוד פעם, זה פרויקט קיקסטארטר, הוא התחיל בערך לפני 2 עדיין אפשר להזמין, זה לא נמצא בחנויות, ועוד מידע אני אשים בלינק למטה של הקליפ, של הסרטון, תוכלו להגיע לאתר של ארקון, ולהתעניין כאוות נפשכם. תראו איזה מגניב, יואו, דיבר, איפה המיטיור שאוור בן אדם? תראו, זה הכל שם, אתם רואים אופנס, וארצ'רי, וכל היכולות המשניות גם מופיעות שם בצורה מאוד מאוד נאמנה למקור. וויסטן, וואו, דיבור, פורטרס בכלל. נראים שם להיט, גלו, יואו, מהרמפארט. אפילו ששונא את הטירה הזו, ממש מגניב לראות אותו. יש 2 גיבורים ו2 גיבורות לכל טירה שקיבלה אקספנשן במשחק הזה, ורוב הטירות כבר בפנים, קאסל, טאוור, רמפארט, נקרופוליס, פורטרס, אינפרנו כמובן. אינפרנו נראים ליט, וואו, הנה לורד הארט, מגניב. באמת, צריך להגיד, מילה טובה, בחורה בשם ויויאן, היא עשתה את הפורטרטים, תראו כמה זה נראה נאמן למקור. ראיתם את הפנים, זה פשוט נראה כמו המשחק, זה משוגע. אני שוחחתי עם יאנה, שהיא מהצוות שעשתה את הארט, בכל הקשור לארטבוק ולפוסטרים ולמפות. ויויאן עשתה את הפורטרטים, תראו מה זה, מפת משחק, הנה הקרב. הדבר הזה מתקפל ל6, תבינו כמה הוא גדול, אתם רואים יש בשני הצדדים את ההקסים שאפשר להתחיל לשים את הלוחמים, יואו, מכשולים, שמע, באמת חשבו על הכל, אם יש מכשולים הם חשבו על הכל, הנה גולת הכותרת, הנה היא, כל הדרקונים, כל המלאכים, כל האבירים, וויברנה, יואו, איזה דברים, תראו את ההידרה שם מצד שמאל, הנה המיל מוציא את הדרקון קריסטל, מוזר שהוא קצת קטן, חושב שהוא יותר גדול מזה, וואו, דרקון שחור, איך שהרמתי אותו, הוא אמר לי, חביבי, כדאי שתוריד אותי, למה עוד מעט תהיה רע. באמת מפחיד, ממש. איזה יופי. תראו את הטירות עצמן. מדהים, תראו, יש שם גם את אינפרנו, האדומה שם בצד ימין, ועוד כמה יצורים שיש שם, נראה לי שקלטתי את הפגסוס, ועוד איזה כמה מדהימים באמת. הטירות עצמן, המיניאטוריות. מה זה? ב-3D, תראו איזה יופי, ממש נאמן למקור. ואין עוד דבר מרהיב ביופיו, ותראו איזה גאונות. הם עשו כרטיסי טירה. כולנו מתחילים עם טירה שהיא ברמה מאוד מאוד בסיסית. צריכים להגיע לסיטי הול ולקפיטול וכל הדוולינגים וטרז'רים ומה לא, וככה הם אכן בנו את זה. יש שם כמו קלפים כאלה קטנים שמורידים ומעלים, וככה אתה יכול לדעת באיזה מצב הטירה שלך. הם חשבו על הכל, זה מגניב, אינפרנו, רמפארט, וואו, יפה. זה הצד האחורי, התחתון. של הקופסא, של הביג בוקס, והוא באמת מאוד מאוד מזמין, ואז תראו מה קורה, יש פה את הבהמות, רמז לבאות. פשוט מטורף מה שהלך שם אצל המיאל, הקופסא היא כבדה, יש בה 700,000 רכיבים, קלפים, טוקנים, כרטיסים, דמויות, חוברות, בלי סוף, לא יאמן. אני באמת אהבתי להעביר שם מכמות האומנות המשוגעת, הנוסטלגיה, כדי כל כך דומה למשחק, זה די מטורף. הזדמנות טובה להגיד, אני לא קיבלתי שקל מהארגון הזה או מהחברה הזאת שנקראת ארקון, לא מעניינים אותי, עשיתי סיקור בשבילכם ובשבילי, חבר'ה שמתלהבים מהמשחק. שוב תודה לעמיאל שככה פתח את ביתו ואת המשחק יחד איתי, היה באמת חוויה. עכשיו אנחנו נעבור לראיון שעשיתי עם יאנה, מעצבת מאוד מוכשרת שעבדה על המשחק סדר גודל של באמת שנתיים וקצת יותר. מי שרוצה יכול פשוט לפתוח את הטרנסליישן בשביל הכתוביות או באנגלית או בעברית, אתם לא חייבים, השיחה היא די קולחת, אתם תשמעו הרבה את הביטוי הום שם. הום זה ראשי תיבות כמובן של הירוז of might and magic. זהו, תבלו, אני באמת מזמין אתכם, מי שלא מכיר את הערוץ, לעשות לייק, לעשות סאבסקרייב. אני מריץ המון משחקי הירוז 3 תחרותיים ומציג איך אני משחק באופן כללי. כל אחד מוזמן לבוא ולהתרשם או להתחיל באמת להעלות את הרמה שלו בזכות הסרטונים האלה. חוץ מזה אני עושה המון סרטי הדרכה, סרטי דירוג, באמת כל מי שאוהב הירוז of might and magic 3 ייהנה מהערוץ. יאללה חבר'ה, אנחנו ממשיכים אל הראיון שביצעתי עם יאנה, תבלו. 3, 2, 1 הירוז 3 בעברית, ברוכים הבאים, ואני נמצא כאן עם יאנה ונגרובה, והיא המעצבת הראשית של משחק הקופסא, Heroes of Might and Magic 3, the board game. It's live. So, very nice to meet you here, Yana. Thanks again for spending your time with me today. I should let you know that Israelis are fanatic about the board game, and we'll hear all about it in a second. I spent some time to, write a few questions for you and of course shared it with you earlier. But honestly, any information that you will share about, the project, the pledge, the actual artwork, that will be fantastic. While we talk, the viewers can see your, brilliant artwork below. I'm a fan of the game for the past, 20, 25 years, and to see it in some other media like the board game was truly, I was blown away. So let's start and just tell me about how did you get into the project?
It started from my fan artworks. I just did them for my personal project for practice, and I was like, I really loved the game, and it was obvious decision to make some fan arts for this game. So and I did 2 castles. It was fortress and dungeon. And in a few years, like in 2 years, I was contacted by one of the board game developers, and they offered me the place, and I was like, oh my god. I was really shocked, amazed, and I was really delighted. And of course, I took that opportunity. And since then, I tried hard to, to do the best artworks.
This is amazing. It's every player's dream to see the entire faction creatures all together in one place. So I'll know that I'll talk about the posters in a second, but just so you know, and right off the bat, the posters were amazing. Yes, I got to see the dungeon and fortress posters, like maybe an art station or I don't know which platform, around maybe 3 years ago, and I didn't make the connection, but it was amazing. I remember sharing with my friends here at the Israeli community of the Heroes of Might and Magic 3, and I said, this is so amazing, why can't we have this but for Inferno or for Conflux and so on? So this is great. Now we make the connection and it is you. So you had, from out of nowhere, you received the dream job, or the job that everybody wants.
That's true. Yeah, I absolutely aware that this is a dream job for an artist. Like, I was just doing fan arts, and then I received this job, and I was working on my dream project for 2 years.
Wow, that's amazing. So I'll just connect the guides, the viewers with the project. So out of the blue, we have this nice production house called the Archon. Am I pronouncing this correctly? And they said, guys, we are going. So it's Arcon or Archon.
Yeah.
And they just pronounced we are to develop a board game for Heroes of Might and Magic 3. This, by the way, shows how strong this specific franchise is, because they didn't go and try to develop the Heroes or the Heroes of Might and Magic board game. They went straight to the third installment, and this is amazing. So for me, I'll just let you know out of the comments that I received, and I went to do the unboxing with my friend about a week ago, and I understood quite quickly that this is a game for board game lovers, maybe even more than Heroes of Might and Magic 3 lovers. Do you agree?
Yeah. Well, I would say it seems to me that if there are people who supported this project solely because of the art or gameplay, in isolation from the franchise, then I suppose there are very, very few of them. And for me, most people, for most people, this is nostalgia, and this is a continuation of a good old game in a new quality, right? When you, instead of gathering friends online, you can gather them at one table and spend several hours talking and having fun and playing. So I'm betting more on home, Heroes Might and Magic 3 enthusiasts.
Yeah. So you will probably be, my friend who did this unboxing with me, he said he's a very heavy board game player as well, and he said, listen, 100% of the guys and girls who enjoy it, they played many board games before, but 0% didn't hear about Home 3 before. So everybody who purchased this or pledged for the project, they probably spent a few years playing Home 3 online or offline with the computer. But the level of complexity that I just saw, with all the ingredients and all the parts and the battlefield map and the secondary map and the heroes cards, this is really that really blew my mind. By the way, when you said about gathering, I think that one of the keys for success in terms of when you guys sent the packages away is to find out that guys and girls can play the Home 3 board game alone. The solo games are quite good, and I actually I'm in this WhatsApp group with some of the guys from the community, and they already received their big box packages, and they all said we started with playing alone. So this is amazing. I really didn't think that it was meant to be played by yourself. Tell me more about it.
Oh, you're not gonna believe me, but I haven't received my box yet. Because my Ukrainian wave is one of the the last ones, so I haven't received yet. So I didn't have a chance yet to play the game. That's a shame. Of course.
A shame.
I'm waiting. Yeah, that's a shame. It's a really shame. But I will be receiving a free copy, so I cannot say anything. I'm just patiently waiting. But I'm pretty aware of the game modes, of the rules, etc. So I think that both 4 modes are pretty interesting. Each one in its unique way. So but me personally, I'm waiting to play, of course, co-op and Clash. I'm really interested.
So these are the two to other things that I heard from the guys in the community. I will be fully honest and say that the thing that got me to the board game, I did not order it, I admit, but once I saw it, I was really amazed by two things. A is the nostalgia. The amount of nostalgia in a board game was through the roof. And B is the artwork. It was really hard for us to imagine that the level of artwork and the level of the essence of the game will be really injected into the board game. But the overall look, even if and I took some pictures of the back, if you said that you didn't receive the big box yet. So in the bottom of the box, there is a map, a part of the map. I don't know if did you design it?
Yeah.
The artwork there is amazing. It's like just playing the match, offline with the computer, and I imagine taking my finger and placing my hero over there and just walking with him, with I don't know, some army together. So that was really taking the game and putting it to life of the board game. This was really amazing. My friends also told me about the co-op and the clash. I would imagine that, but that you will probably start solo and then go to co-op and clash, because you need to understand the extraordinary amount of rules of the game, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely. There is, a rule book for each expansion, and there are lots of different, like stats, different cards, different abilities, different spells. So it's a lot of information, and I've heard that like this preparation for the game to take a lot of time.
Indeed. And this is why guys and girls who have experience with board games overall will probably go and overcome these beginning tutorials or beginning rules and missions that you need to read. I know for a fact that prior to the Israeli wave that came around a few weeks ago, in this community we have an even smaller community for the board game, and they started to spread PDFs and online files for how to approach the game. So really amazing stuff from Arcon in terms of how to prepare the board game and to make it fascinating. As mentioned about myself, I'm a fan of the art and the nostalgia alone. So only from that I was really blown away. So now we'll just take a few questions and I'll probably start with the most easy question, and I think that you just answered it before. So are you a Home 3 player?
Well, yes. Even though I haven't, launched the game in a long time, but back in the day, I played it for an indecent amount of time.
Yeah.
Therefore, I can definitely say that. Yeah, I'm both fan and player.
And did you also play the other installments like Home 4 or maybe Home 5?
Yes. Actually, I played a lot of. I played maybe even, I don't know. Well, if not more than the same amount of time I spent in Home 4.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it actually, because it's not so popular opinion to love Home 4, but I really love them. I started drawing fan art for the game out of pure nostalgia. Yeah, I haven't played Home nor like third one nor fourth in a long time. Yeah, I haven't played it.
Yeah, so I was also a big fan of 3, and then the 4th installment, also 5 and 6, but I played them, only for a few months or so.
I played. I just remember that. Yeah, I played 5th for I don't know, pretty long time, but I think that was it. Like I never played 6th sixth one. Yeah.
Yeah. And do
I
you?
stopped at. Yeah.
I see. So I guess that you also draw and create fan art for other other franchises, or maybe I don't know, other movies or something else in terms of
No.
art, or do you mainly focus
No.
on heroes?
Yeah, I focus mainly on heroes because, I started drawing Fortress because I just finished some drawing courses, and I thought that I need to draw constantly to continue my interest. And then I was like, okay, I need to find some, I need to do a series of works with, each of, the next work could be like gradually more like difficult. So I was like, it just clicked that I just need to do redesigns for heroes because, like from the simplest creature to the
Yeah, so you
kind
have
of
the first,
dragon.
from first tier to seventh tier,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah,
shows.
yeah,
It shows. I remember
yeah.
that one of the first things that me and my friend, when we just unboxed his big box, so we said, look at these posters. You can see that the designer played Home 3. And I said, well, of course, but why would you say that? And then he said, because you see that the scale is very in place. You see the Titan is very huge and the Gremlin is that small. And you see here the Black Dragon, it's so huge, according to even the Manticore or, the Evil Eye and so on. So we can, it is very easy to see that you have also played the game for a serious amount of time, because you actually know these creatures. You understand their scale, you understand their shape, and so on. And by the way, I honestly think that this is like the things that you think about. How didn't I did this before? When you started to make the redesigns for Home 3, this is so obvious to do. So honestly, thank you, for doing this after the art courses that you took. And this is really a giant project to take. I mean, to even come and take this such a nostalgic and classic franchise and say, hey guys, I'll just reanimate it if that's okay with you. And you did it very well. And this is really,
Thank you.
yeah, the artwork for the board game looks exactly like we used to and we still play. Yet again, shout out for Vivian to do the portraits as well. Amazing job.
Yeah.
And while we're at it, so what is your favorite faction or castle, and what is your favorite creature?
Well, I think that the answer on this question can be seen on my art station. So yeah, it happens that Tarnum's campaign.
Okay.
He's repentance, is that a word? And liberation of the enslaved folk of the swamps.
Okay.
Is the most nostalgic for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I still remember the music. I still remember the delight from the first playthrough. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's why it's Fortress for me. Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
yeah, I'm totally aware that it's not so popular town.
No,
but
yeah.
You can't argue with nostalgia, right? So yeah.
I'll answer that one in a second. But what's your favorite creature from Fortress? That's my
What? Sorry, what's my?
Yeah. So
creature?
Yeah, creature from Fortress. And there are many.
It's definitely Hydra.
Yeah.
I really like Hydra. Yeah.
And she's so unique.
Yeah.
So moving back to Tower, which is obviously my favorite from all of the factions. So in terms of Tower, I would say, it's a very unique town because it's snowy. So was it fun to to design and draw, a faction. And I'm not just talking about the posters. I'm talking about the art book as well, which are probably purchased sometime around in the future. But when I opened the art book, I went straight to Tower. I just had to see it. So how was it to work on Tower faction for you?
Oh, I really liked it. I really like this change. I really like to color code each and every fraction to make it a little bit more unique. Like I did Fortress in this like swampy greenish. Then Rampart is this bright green. Then
Right. So Tower was a bit different in terms of the colors, I understand.
Yeah, Tower was this bluish. Yeah, this snowy and bluish, and I really liked it. It's just a single town with snow, right? No other town has snow in it. And I really like this combination of creatures because they are so unique and so at the same time, yet they are so good looking together. So
Indeed.
yeah,
Indeed.
I really like this town.
The gargoyle was so dreadful, just to see him. You made him like half crippled or something like that. That was really, really fascinating. So now we get to the juicy part, or maybe the interesting part, because us, the players and the guys who pledged and received the big box, or some of the towns, etc., we are just very eager to understand what's coming next. So I guess maybe you can't tell everything, but in terms of Conflux, Stronghold, maybe Factory and Cove, can you share some details? What is coming to come soon?
Well, actually, at this point, I don't have this kind of connections with game developers. But so unfortunately, I don't know. And I wrote this questions to the game developer, but with whom I still have contact, but he has not yet answered. But I can convey his answer later. So yeah.
Well,
I believe that he was.
So I will probably, of course, we know the Stronghold is coming because in the box, everybody saw that we have a single card with the ancient behemoth and the QR code. So, and also we had some leakage imagery of an orc, or maybe was it, I believe, a thunderbird.
Yeah, Stronghold definitely be, and Cove. It's confirmed that there will be Cove.
Nice. Cove is a very unique, expansion in terms of Horn of the Abyss, which is probably the reason why we are discussing this today, because we had a home spree for quite a time, and then these guys came out of nowhere and designed Horn of the Abyss together with Cove, and now Factory Faction, which is a definitely big success. And it is also a very good opportunity for the developers, or for the entire franchise, in terms of artwork, in terms of gameplay, in terms of nostalgia, to add more layers to the game. So I would say probably that us as players and everybody else are very, very eager to see Stronghold and Conflux. Of course, Cove would be brilliant. I'm just waiting to see the half speed, and I'm greatly, hopeful that you will get the opportunity to design it. What do you think about Cove? Of course, I guess that you played with these guys, with this factory, with this faction.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I would love to design it, but at this point, I'm waiting, as you, because I'm not designing Cove right now. Yeah, it's a different artist.
I see. Okay. Well, I wish him or her well, and at the game, in the end of the game, we're all winning.
Sorry for interruption. I've seen the first image from Cove, and I can assure you that it will be great art. Yeah. So I'm just absolutely sure that everything will be fine. I've seen this
Oh,
picture.
this is amazing. We're just so eager to see. You know that in Israel, by the way, there are still players who play home free and have no idea about Cove or Factory because they haven't
Mm.
downloaded Hota, Horn of the Abyss, so they are not aware of. So I still get comments on my YouTube channel about what? Are you telling me that there are two new factions that I did not know about for some time? And then they just go running and download Hota. So this is nice. Thanks for the scoop. You know, we here didn't know that Cove is coming, and you have just reassured us that the design will be fantastic. So I'm waiting for it. So now a quick question, which is obvious question. Would you prefer magic over might, or maybe the other way around?
Oh, yeah. I will prefer magic.
Although you're a Stronghold fan, I'm sorry. Although you're a Fortress fan, Fortress are not that
Yeah. Well,
strong with magics.
yeah. That's why I kept losing.
Good stuff. Very good stuff, Yana. Oh, I
Yeah.
liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. My answer, of course, is magic. This is why I love Tower that much. And I think that Tower are a great combination between might and magic. You know, the Naga Queen and the Golems are also very strong. Next question is, where is this board game popular? We know that for Israel it's popular, Russia and Ukraine, of course,
Yeah.
Poland, I guess, as well. Other countries?
Yeah. I know that this game is really popular. Well, it's popular in Ukraine also because all of my friends know played Home 3 or 4 or 5 at some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely Ukraine. Yeah. Poland, it's absolutely popular in Poland. That's why Arcon they were like, yeah, we should do this because it's just it's still the one of the most popular game out there, and many people replay it year after year. So yeah. And I also know that they had a lot of bakers from Czech Republic.
Nice.
And from Germany, so it's definitely popular there.
Okay.
And a big chunk of bakers was from France. So yeah, I suppose all of them are fans.
So next question is, do you know of any celebs or any popular, pledgers?
Oh, sadly, no, I don't have that information. I also asked, but I haven't received any answer yet. But no, sadly, I don't know such information. Yeah, I would love to know. Maybe someone will tell us.
Yeah, we know for sure that there are celebs and famous athletes or something like that that will probably that have probably played the Home 3 online game. But in terms of board game, I would assume that this requires background or experience with board games. So maybe only the really enthusiasts about board games who played Home 3 will also purchase it. Yeah. Okay. So I understand from you that you designed most of the artwork for a big chunk of the castles as well, but I would assume that you have also worked on the actual cards and maybe the maps, the battlefield parts. So did you work on actually all the parts of the board game besides the actual miniatures, or maybe you can share some details about it?
No, it's really a huge project, and we had only 2 years for development. So the work must be divided
Yeah, I see.
between several people, and actually a huge team of artists and developers worked on this game. So I was in charge for only creature designs and map tiles. Well, yeah, I would love to work on all the game and create all the art for this game, but then in that case it could take like 5 years, and it's too much for one person. So yeah, I even asked help from my fellow artists, my friends artists, to help me with some pieces, because at some point I was drawing like 2 castles at a time, and there were deadlines and strict like time frames. So yeah, it was a lot of work, and I worked full-time in game development at that time also, so it wasn't an easy task to combine all of this. So
Yeah.
I needed to to spend time only on that I liked the most. So yeah, I chose creatures, of course. Yeah. So I never worked on card arts. I worked only on creatures and maps.
I see. And if maybe you can estimate in terms of these 2 years of the project, how many employees or how many freelancers worked on this project? It sounds like a huge amount of resources in terms of headcount.
I never worked, like closely with all of the team. I worked closely with art director Tomasz Badacki, and but I know that there were at least 3 other artists at that time. And well, I've seen their artworks. We compared if everything fits together, So yeah. But at the same time, I never had a clue how many people worked at this game at the same time. But it was definitely a lot of people, a lot of professionals. Yeah, so I was just like concentrating on my part, and I tried to do to do my best and to be in time, because it's also was really important.
And I have a very good friend who is a pianist. She is a pianist, and she learned to play the piano, and then went to like high school of pianos, and she played concerts and so on. And then she graduated from she made a degree in a music school here in Israel. And after the last show, after the last concert, she received her degree or something like that. And then she told me, I am through. I would not want to play a single tune for the rest of my life, because I just had had enough of it. So the next question is, did you have enough of it, or you're still drawing artwork for Home 3?
Actually, I can relate to your friend because I, at some point, I understood that I had enough, because I've drawn this project for 4 years at that time. So yeah, I was like, okay, I've drawn a lot of works, and I still haven't, posted a lot of them, even at my art station. Yeah. Well, because it takes some time, to prepare, and when I will it's not like you can just take a picture and post it. It's you're always like, oh no, I need to fix this one and this one little thing and this one little thing, and then you end up redrawing a lot of things and then posting it. So yeah, I don't even dare to open my folder with like finished artworks.
To me, it would
to
look
publish that.
fantastic, but to you, it will probably look like, oh, I still need
Yeah,
to redraw it.
yeah, I need to fix everything. Yeah, so yeah, I need to post the thing I already drew, and then I will start to draw something new. But if I would ever return to redrawing something from home, I will be more picky this time. I will draw not the whole fractions, but only the guys I am really interested in redrawing. So yeah, it will definitely be something like Behemoth or Phoenix or well, something like that. Big guys who I'm interested in.
Yeah, you're going straight to tier 7. Yeah, you're passing on all the guys from below. Yeah, you're going straight to the 300 HP and so on. I love it. I love it. Really, I do.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, and we're heading towards the end of the interview, is there like a favorite movie or a favorite book that inspired you also to get into drawing? A part of Home 3. I understand that you like the artwork for Home 3 and it inspired you, but do you have like a favorite movie, favorite book, favorite artwork?
I'm an artist and I'm visual, so I consume a huge amount of cinema, of artworks, of books. I read every day. Right now I'm in the middle of George Martin's Game of Thrones, and I am I love it. I never thought that reading it, I'm reading it in original, and I'm like totally loving it. How he describes everything, how all these intrigues, it's really good. It's really good reading. Yeah. And as for the movies, I have a ton of movies that inspire me. Actually, I cannot, choose. Of course, it's some kind of a, mammoth, like Lord of the Rings. Of course, it's Harry Potter. Of course, it's Game of Thrones. Of course, it's lots of games. Actually, I am gamer. I'm working in the industry and I play a lot, and I really love different game franchises. So I don't know. It's so hard to answer, actually. Like my favorite something, because everything just go through my head. Like I have too much of really. We are living in an era of really huge amount of creative people around, and they create amazing things.
I agree.
Every day. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm just I love this time because we are living in an amazing time, actually.
I totally agree. In terms of maybe I'll try to focus it for because after all my YouTube channel is for gamers, and of course everyone is playing Home 3, but they probably play something else as well. Either if it's nostalgia like Age of Empires or Red Alert, or maybe something new like Baldur's Gate or Elden Ring or so on. So what is like your additional favorite nostalgia game, and what is your modern game that you would probably take as inspiration, or you just love to play it?
Well, my top pick, nostalgia franchise, is definitely BioShock. I love it.
BioShock, yes.
Yeah. From newer ones, I absolutely love the style and story from Dishonored franchise.
Dishonored, of course.
I can repeat it anytime. Then, of course, I like Witcher franchise. Really love it. I played from the newest. I played Death Stranding. Then But I can't say that it's my favorite. No. Okay. From I definitely played Age of Empires.
Same.
I definitely played Age of Kings or something like that, something similar.
I believe it's I think it's Age of Kings. Maybe you're right, but I think that I know what you're referring to. But this is a nostalgia game, right? Like early 2000s or maybe before.
Yeah, it's really old one. Yeah, it's really old one. Then what else? Oh, of course, World of Warcraft. Just Warcraft. I even had a half a year incident spending like my whole life in World of Warcraft, and then it was just like this I suppose something near the alcoholism experience. And I just
We're
when
so addict about it.
And when I recovered from that, I just deleted that game and never returned, because I'm like, no. Never going back.
This is nice. Sorry.
No, because of the addiction, I spent too much time there, because it was really interesting. I found friends there, and but I spent, I skipped my classes.
No, this is bad.
I was there, That's why I understood that, no, I need to do something with my life.
Yeah, did you watch? There was a documentary about maybe 7 years ago, about a couple from South Korea, and they were addicts about. No, I can't remember the name of the franchise, but they were gamers who go to a place like in their neighborhood. Everybody just sits there. It's like a LAN party, and they just sit and play for 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours. And there were a couple playing together, and they were so hooked about it that they just forgot their daughter back at home. She passed away.
Whoa.
I'll just send you later on the documentary trailer or something like that. I remember that I just I watched it and I said, no way, guys and girls are like this. But it happens. It happens. I had days over days playing Home 3 and maybe also Home 4 when I was younger, prior to my wedding and kids over there. So now I just pick my time to play or to record on my YouTube channel, but I can definitely relate. Like 6 months playing just one game and getting addicted to it. I definitely relate. Yaaana, this is great. I have 2 more questions. One will be like a very short one, and the second one really fascinates me, and I'll start with this. So I established my YouTube channel, and I am happy to see that there's a lot of engagement about it, and views and comments, etc. But I see that around 95, maybe more % of the viewers are male, and which is great. They are very into it, and their enthusiasm is showing. But I'm so curious about why, at least in Israel, there are so few Home 3 female players. Is this the same over there in Ukraine?
I suppose yes. Back in the day, I believe that there were kind of even when they promote the game.
Okay. Back in the days.
They were promoting it like guys game, and this is for guys, this is for girls. That's how
I'm shocked.
I know a lot of I know that a lot of my female friends, they definitely spend a huge amount of time in Sims, because it was considered like girls' game, and at the same time, a lot of my male friends, they spend a lot of time in strategic games, because at some point they were advertised as a guy games, something like that. And maybe because back in the day, Heroes 3, setting was kind of a realistic and kind of even aggressive in some point, So that's why a lot of girls like something more kind or something like that. That's why I don't know. I don't want to be kind of a sexist or something, but yeah, I definitely see this situation too, and I can tell that a lot of my friends who played the game are males.
I see. I'm so this is so awful because and this is very unique. Heroes, Home 3 is a very it's like a modern game in terms of woke and pro women, etc. Because we have the same amount of female heroes as the same amount of male heroes, and this is so nice to see. Out of you just talked about some other games, and we all know movies and games are mainly led by male characters, but Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is definitely for girls as it is for guys. And even in terms of the creatures, of course, some of them are neither male or female, but there are female creatures like the Medusa, like the Naga, etc. So, and these are strong creatures and memorable creatures. And I was so sad to see that there are very few. Also here in our Israeli community, in terms of home, each and every time that I see some female or girl coming into my channel or even playing on Discord within our community, I'm so happy to see it because I have a hope that she will, spread the word.
Yeah.
But unfortunately.
Yeah, but I think that the time is changing, and right now there are more and more female players in not only strategic games, but in all other genres. And I think that's beautiful.
It is beautiful. I see. Yeah, I agree. I mean, probably the next generation, if there will be Home 8, which will probably be better than what we saw for the 6th or 7th installment. So I hope that girls will pick it up and start playing. Last question, because you're such a terrific artist and player for Home 3 for many years as I am and as my viewers as well. So who is the strongest upgraded 7th tier Go?
Okay, I will say for me, and I'm not the best player, of course. I'm terrible player. I play just for fun. For me, it was definitely Black Dragons. I waited when I can afford them.
And damn expensive. Yes.
Yeah, and I felt indestructible when I received them.
Yeah.
I was really when even one died, and I was like, oh my god, no.
No, I should keep them. I should keep them. You can't kill them. Please don't. This is so good. Also, they're immune to magic, so this is such a strong unit. I'm still debating with myself because obviously Black Dragon is king, also Archangel and the Titan. But out of 3, I will probably go and say, although this is not my favorite answer, but probably the Archangel, because it's very fast. It's very fast, and it always, he always plays first when the rounds go one by one. But yet again, it doesn't really matter. As you say, we play for fun and we enjoy it. So yet again, Yאנה ונגרובה, thank you for coming today and telling some stuff about the board
Thank you
game
for having me.
and talking about art. You know, a big part of home free community is about the art, and no wonder that once you started redesigning and reanimating this fantastic franchise, someone spotted it, because really there is a huge amount of you know, enthusiasts about it around the world. So thanks again for coming here today, and I wish you all the best in terms of your next, you know, endeavors and projects that you will take later on. And for the board game, we will wait and see what's coming up in a few months. So yet again, thank you very much, Yאנה, for coming today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Cheers.
I had a thank
I
you.
had a great time too. Thank you very much, יאנה. זהו חברים, הגענו לסוף פרק סיכום משחק הקופסא של הירוז ומיינט מג'יק 3. אני אחזור לשחק במשחק המחשב ואקליט את עצמי, תוכלו לראות גיימפליי שלם או סרטוני דירוג או סרטוני הדרכה, סרטונים מיוחדים על המשחק כאן בערוץ שלי. מוזמנים לעשות סאבסקרייב. שוב תודה על הצפייה, ואנחנו נתראה בסרטון הבא. יאללה ביי.